Good morning, boys and germs. Welcome to the Daily Crack. It's a Saturday morning after Paddy's Day and I'm finally fucking back to normal. It took a fucking while. That was a session till to all sessions. When you mix Guinness and Jaeger bombs together and a shitload of dancing and acting the maggot, it destroys you. It fucking destroys you. But nevertheless, good fucking value. And I hope you got to swallow Guinness in some way, shape or form, or spilt it on yourself in some way. Because I spilt a pint of Guinness over someone in the pub. I felt bad about that. It was just because my arse got in the way and while I was hopping around. These things happen, but I bought a round of drink back for the whole table. So that kind of happens to me every fucking year. It's been every fucking year. I've either spilled a drink on someone or spilled a whole table of drink on someone. Anyway, must be saying something. Anyway, I digress. Happy Saturday if you're watching from wherever the fuck you're watching. Maybe it's Friday night back at home in Ireland and England and places like that. And I'm just going to do a quick video this morning. Now I've said it's going to be quick. It's probably going to last for about 25 minutes. But I'll rile it in slowly. Building muscle. It's something that a lot of females are afraid of, and it's something a lot of males don't know how to do. But it's essential. Essential. It's essential for so many things, not only looking good, but as you grow older, building muscle is essential to keep, to stress out your bones and tendons so they're stronger, so you're more capable of being able to pick yourself off the toilet when you get on in years. So your body is a stronger body to navigate through life. Okay, so building muscle is so much more than just the aesthetic thing that people kind of associate it with. You don't have to fucking look like Arnold Schwarzenegger in order to build muscle or in order to have muscle on your body. And I think this is a big misconception that a lot of maybe females will be on the verge of thinking that if you lift weights, you're going to get bulky. It's not the case. It's not the case. I dare you to try that. I dare you to try and get bulky. You can lift very heavy and you can work in a hypertrophy training zone for a long time before real dramatic definition happens. Because this journey is an everlasting journey. Plus, females don't have that much testosterone in the body. You do have testosterone, but not a lot. Even for males trying to build muscle. A lot of the time, if they want to build some serious muscle, like bodybuilding show muscle, they require external testosterone or exogenous testosterone, which would be the form of some sort of peptide or SARM, or steroid. So understand that, like, getting huge quantities of muscle on your body require you to take some extreme action. A lot of the guys I work with, I have them on bodybuilding programs, and they're still not turning into fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger. They're getting defined, they're getting definition, but not that blown out look. And in actual fact, they're looking damn athletic. It's as simple as it is. If you are someone that participates in CrossFit and solely does CrossFit without doing some sort of accessory work, well, prepare for lots of injuries. You gotta do accessory work with or a combination of both. You can definitely train CrossFit style workouts like Fran, Helen, Cindy, all that sort of stuff. But if you're doing non-stop kipping and toes to bar with the kip movement and not slowing those movements down and making them strict, at least doing at least 70% strict to the 30% that you would do with momentum and kipping, you're going to breed an injury. Because the kipping movements themselves aren't going to build strength the same way a strict movement would build. Plus, if you're trying to get better at your Olympic weightlifting, you just have to look at the way the Russians train, the Chinese weightlifters train. They're doing a shit ton of bodybuilding accessory work. Dips, pull-ups, dumbbell bench press, all this sort of stuff in order to stabilize and make those joints stronger. It's an essential element of training. It's old school. Bodybuilding has been around for millennia. That's exaggerating, but being stronger through your entire body is hugely important. It just makes everything else that you're doing in life easier. And think about if you go to a physio or an osteo or someone with an injury, they give you accessory work. They get you to slow down. So This is my advice going out to anyone that would participate a lot in CrossFit, is to slow down a lot of your movements. Even squatting, when you're doing a barbell back squat or front squat, slow it down, put a tempo to that, because what builds strength and what creates hypertrophy, bodybuilding, is time under tension. The longer you leave a muscle under load, the more or the greater the stress, so therefore the greater the adaptation for change. When we do fast workouts in CrossFit, we're kind of springing, moving through, using the muscle like an elastic band, just pulling, releasing, but we're not actually keeping it for a long time under tension in order to create that hypertrophy muscle building work. More often than not, what you're stressing out in a CrossFit workout would be your nervous system or your lungs, and sometimes that can take a while to recover, and we can add a lot of stress to our body that is a lot harder to recover from. Bodybuilding work, slow tempo stuff, with moderate weights and higher reps is not going to stress out your nervous system as much. You will recover faster and therefore be able to do more. So I would advise anyone out there that if you aren't adding in some accessory bodybuilding style training to whatever program you're doing, I would highly recommend it, because it will benefit you in the long run. Whether that's you're a triathlete, whether you like just doing HIIT training, whether you're a runner, whether you're a golfer, whether you are actually a CrossFitter, it's going to benefit you. Combining isolated movements with big compound movements. So that might be pec flies with barbell bench press. It's all going to work well. Take your time with these movements, move slow with these movements. The longer you're under load, the more the muscle's in a contracted state, the better it will be for the muscle, the long and short of it. If you need help with this, reach out. I'm pretty good at it. Giddy up. All right. Have a great weekend.